Question number 2, and Mr. Alco will have the chance to respond first. How can Anderson grow economically in the next 4 years? How can Anderson grow economically in the next 4 years?
I believe the foreseeable future is in the field of technology and technology-related services. These companies have an expanded customer base and do not depend heavily on the community in which they are located for their market base. I believe we should attempt to attract these kinds of businesses to Anderson.
Mr. Ackerman.
Repeat the question again, Scott, please.
How can Anderson grow economically in the next 4 years?
I believe that we will continue our growth. Over the past 3.5 years, I can say that 6,639 building permits have been issued, and the total construction value on all of those is $599 million, just shy of $600 million. I think that our aggressive staff and economic development continues to work hard in attracting places such as the farm. We are becoming rapidly a destination point, and people need to have patience that it doesn't happen overnight, but we are finding these leads not only nationally and internationally, but also locally. Mike Shirley, who's a local prospect, has invested $6 million in a project out south and kept it here in Anderson. I believe he knows that the writing's on the wall that Anderson's on its way back, and I think we need to rely on the local people and any other green technology and electrification businesses that we look at around the world.
Mr. Reese.
Well, Scott, there's various issues we need to deal with as far as trying to help develop growth here in Anderson. First of all, jobs. We need good paying jobs. We need to be able to go to our businesses and identify those businesses immediately so that we can get instant jobs for our youth. You know, when I was growing up, the one thing that helped my household is I was able to hold a job as a teenager. Little money, but it helped in the household. We want that opportunity for our youth. We look at education. We heard that over also tonight, that our education system needs some work. We need to partner with our educational system here at city government and provide quality education to our students. Taxes. We need to reduce taxes. So how do we do that? We look up and down and see where we can cut costs. And it starts from the top. We can't have administration anymore starting from the bottom. It starts from the top. And ethics. If a community that has a good city, people will come to it. Thank you.
Okay, question number 3. Mr. Reese will have the first chance to respond. The question is, what should be done to revitalize Anderson's downtown?
We need to look in all our different departments. I need to do this, I'm sorry, kind of back in the old day. We need to look at all the departments and look at how our uptown, downtown area needs to be revitalized. One of the things that we need to look at is how do we use our federal resources to help implement programs and help implement building structures and help supporting structures here in the uptown area. Another thing that we need to look at, how can we use the sources that we do have? We have former business people. We have business people here in town. We have a retired group of people who have a lot of resources that can help us in revitalizing our downtown area. We're blessed to have one of the nicest areas in many cities across Indiana, but what we need to do, we have to have a plan. In that plan, this will identify different issues and different things that we need to do as far as uptown area.
Mr. Alco, what would you do to, what should be done to revitalize Anderson's downtown?
Revitalizing the downtown Anderson is a very difficult task. And it was made much more difficult 30 years ago when they changed the route of traffic and closed off Meridian Street. And that's when businesses started leaving the downtown area. It's going to be difficult to bring it back downtown because the parking has always been a problem in the downtown area since that happened, and it is to this very day.
Mr. Ackerman?
Yes, under the Ackerman plan, as you can see, we've already began to remove the blighted buildings, the Antique Mall, the Caboose Lounge, the other bar next door. We began to beautify the front of the dance studio along the railroad tracks. We also have the finest bus system in the state of Indiana, and we are currently beginning the process of constructing a new intermodal bus terminal located down near the bridge near Dossett's Garage. I'm very, very excited about that project, and that will connect into the trail system. It's an easy way to do it, but the money has to be there. And again, patience is a virtue, and I believe that if you stick with this administration, you will see results in the downtown area as we continue forward.
Mr. Reese?
You read the question again?
Sure.
I think it's...
That's the west side, y'all. I'm not downtown.
Okay, my fault. Question 4, with Mr. Ackerman starting. What lessons can Anderson learn from the successes of cities elsewhere? What lessons can Anderson learn from the successes of cities elsewhere?
Well, I know earlier in the conversation there was some direction from a couple of the Republican candidates about making I-69 a one-way or a two-way street instead of a one-way street and going to Indianapolis. The Ackerman administration currently is engaged in what we call the Green Corridor Initiative, and we have partnered with Hamilton County, along with Fishers, Indiana, Pendleton, Indiana, and several other communities to the north and to the east of us. We began a 30-year plan. It is modeled after the area of Boulder, Colorado, and it's a long-term plan. We have to look at the future. Everything doesn't happen overnight, and it's not made for the Ackerman administration. It's not made for the next administration. It's for many, many years to come. We are a bedroom community of Indianapolis. We are going to be for a long, long time, and we need to start thinking of ways to capitalize on how we can improve our economic base by tailing off of what we see in Fishers, such as Exit 10 and Castleton and so forth. Thank you.
Now, Mr. Reese.
I think that we should pretty much compare our city to cities like Fishers, Indianapolis, Noblesville. These cities are growing, expanding. We need to look at how these cities do some benchmarking, see what some of these cities are doing, bring growth. They're next door, they're our neighbors. We want the opportunity to pretty much put a community together that you can be proud of. We have I-69 located right there on our commerce. We have Fort Wayne above us, Indianapolis below us. We have to do a better job of connecting those different cities so that we can supply those cities and be able to grow. These cities are growing. They're our neighbors. We need to grow. We need to look at our jobs. We need to look at our education. We look at reducing our taxes as well as bettering our services. Thank you.
Mr. Alco.